From smaller communities to bigger cities across the nation, authorities are making security preparations for the crowds that are going to gather tomorrow evening for New Year's celebrations.
As you can see, this is not our first rodeo. We're a well-oiled machine, and we have incredible leadership in our public safety officials to make sure that we're doing all we can to keep our city safe.
There will be additional deployment. Collaboration is everything.
That is the word from San Francisco officials after an alleged Christmas Day terror attack planned on that city was thwarted with the arrest of this man earlier this month. In New York, security is very tight as more than 1 million people are expected to brave the cold and descend upon Times Square to watch the ball drop and ring in 2018. That is where we find Bryan Llenas. He's been stationed there throughout the day, watching all the preparation get underway. Bryan?
Hi, Molly. Well, look, the NYPD says there is no specific credible threat to Times Square or to New York City. They say it's going to be safe, and frankly, this event is going to be more secure than it's ever been. They've deployed more vapor wake dogs than they ever have. These dogs work in tandem to sniff out bombs in the air and on people. There will be multiple and more heavy weapons teams in Times Square than ever before. There will be sand trucks, more than 60 positioned around Times Square to form a protective perimeter against possible vehicular attacks. 1,000 security cameras, aviation teams, radiation detection, and by the way, every single person who comes out here will be checked at least twice. Now, this isn't just here in New York City. Las Vegas, obviously just a couple of months after the worst U.S. mass shooting in U.S. history, has added snipers to their observation teams for the first time, and there are double the number of National Guards troops on the ground right now on the Las Vegas Strip than in previous years. Not only is it just security, though, you just heard Adam with the weather. 10 degrees is the forecast here. That means a wind chill below zero, and people out here are going to be standing in that for hours. The NYPD has released a hypothermia bulletin for their police officers in which they remind police officers the symptoms of hypothermia, things like fumbling hands and memory loss, exhaustion, severe shivering. You know, hypothermia can set in as soon as your temperature drops to below 95 degrees. We spoke to organizers here in Times Square about whether or not they're concerned this weather is going to affect attendance.
When it's warmer, people come out earlier in the day to get their good spot. My guess is that this year people will come out a little bit later in the day, closer to 4 or 5 or 6 p.m. They'll still have to wait a while, so they'll have to really bundle up. And of course, we'll warm your spirits with some great entertainment.
Warm your spirits. Yep. No heat lamps, no bathrooms, and you are stuck where you are standing in secure pens for hours on end. But hey, once in a lifetime opportunity for many people out here. Molly.
All right. I know this takes a ton of work to make it all happen. Are they ready for tomorrow night?
Yeah, well, if you take a look behind me, you can already see just some of the stages, as well as obviously thousands of tourists who are already out here just enjoying it. The ball drop happened. They tested it out today. You remember the last thing they would want is that ball not to actually drop tomorrow in front of 1 billion people on TV. They tested that out. So everything appears to be ready from what we can see. They've even tested the confetti, and also, remember, there's going to be some 25 million pieces of confetti that'll fall on people. So the spirits are high. The equipment seems to be working, and we're ready to bring on 2018. And by the way, Molly, I have to tell you, it's so festive out here. We even saw a marriage proposal earlier. If you can take a look at this video, this is Rudy proposing to Jennifer. They're both from the Bronx. This happened here in Times Square. A beautiful way to bring in the new year. We can confirm that Jennifer said yes, they are newly engaged. A wonderful way to bring in 2018. And obviously you can tell the crowd here, everyone's very festive and really into what's going to happen here just a few hours from now, tomorrow. Molly.
I love it. She will always remember that. Congratulations to Rudy and Jennifer. And thank you, Bryan, for braving the cold and bringing us that report. We really appreciate it.